strength to carry on. Open your heart, set your mind at ease. Live your life and you'll be free. We're gonna rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising, rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising, rise, rise,
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Transfer Show stroke press conference reaction. I know Barry looks very much like Billy Trey at the minute. Billy's joining the show. Barry's a bit late from the hospital, but hopefully will be joining us at some point during the show. Billy, just to start with, I've done a video earlier on after we did our show this morning. I then saw a ludicrous quote from the Southampton manager, Ralph Husenhardl, about basically new signings not being able to play if they missed the not being able to play in the COVID rearranged games. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Pathetic, absolutely pathetic, and it just kind of tells you how much money he's got to spend in January, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm going to get zilch because. All right then, let's go back to your previous owners then. Let's have the owners had him before in.
Yeah,
absolutely nonsense.
Is that what he's saying? Like, if a manager was sacked, then we've got to bring that manager back for that game. If a player leaves the club, we've got to bring them back for that game as well. It's utter lunacy. It really is. It's beyond a joke. It really is. I'm just turning my camera off a second just so I can change the brightness settings because I look like I'm sitting in the dark. But I mean, what are your thoughts on Kieran Trippier finally signing, Billy?
Yeah, fantastic signing. And he's going to improve our defence no end. He's going to improve our attacking output no end as well because he's going to be able to get up and down that line. It'll help the people in front of him as well because they won't have to track back so much.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win all round, I think. And what a bloke with experience, leadership, and absolute quality.
Yeah.
Absolute quality.
And also this as well, Sven Botman looks like it's happening, which is amazing news. Another centre-back like Dele Carlos and a decent striker. We should be just about okay against Watford. Botman has strangely started liking a lot of Newcastle United Instagram stuff. I don't know whether you've noticed that, but he's liking the ones that Trippier's put out. He's liking various other ones, which is very interesting.
Yeah, apparently the agents wants him to come. He wants to come. I think Lille have kind of rejected that. They realise he's going to come. They can't stop him. I think that one's going to get done, I think. And I don't think it's the only centre-half we're buying either.
No, I think reinforcements are definitely coming in today. Luke, got a great idea for you, Paul. Why don't you use the Toon Review music for a gift ringtone for people who sign up to be members? It would make a great ringtone. I can do that. If people want that, that's fair enough. That's a good idea, actually, Luke. Stephanie, happy woman today with Trippier finally being confirmed. I think he also did a great interview and was very genuine. Clearly wasn't at all just for the money, but us lot know this already. I mean, it really, that interview was kind of slamming it down Simon Jordan's throat about the money side of it. He comes across very well spoken, and you can tell that he's quite excited about the project that he's coming into.
Yeah, he's a northern lad, isn't he? Yeah, obviously sees Newcastle as a traditional club, obviously a northern club. I'm just wondering how he's going to commute from Brentford to Newcastle every week to train and play football.
I know.
Is that one would want you to know?
Yeah, long way from Brentford, isn't it? Aubameyang deal, says Alpha Minox. I don't know. It's all gone quite quiet on Aubameyang. There was rumours a couple of days ago. We all spoke about it yesterday, but it seems to have gone quiet now.
Yeah, it has, yeah. Maybe that's because he's an African. He's also got COVID, hasn't he? So, I know the Martial one looks like that's not going to happen. He doesn't want to come.
Tom, afternoon. Who's next person? I think we need a striker in ASAP. We do. I've no doubt about that. And to be honest, we'll come on to Eddie Howe's press conference shortly. I've got all the quotes from there. And the way Eddie was talking, he kind of, he hasn't sort of given Newcastle United fans any promises or anything, which I quite like, Billy. He's not saying, "Oh, we're going for this, we're going for that," and we're going to get them. He's saying it's a process. We've been working behind the scenes, ready to go. So we're obviously going to speak to a lot of players, but he kind of laughed when it was mentioned about the 100-odd players that were, we're going in for, because he'd never get any sleep. But I think this Botman one seems to be generating a bit more this afternoon, Billy, that, once we've gone in for another bid and it looks like it's going to be accepted, the rumours are.
So they say, and also Carlos too, not just one or two, both.
Yeah.
Both Diego Carlos and Botman.
Botman is going to be a fabulous signing. I mean, if we get him, that is a proper statement of intent. Trippier and Botman. And then, obviously, I think what they're doing, Billy, it looks to me like they're working back to the front. They're getting the defence sorted. And then over the next few days, they'll target midfield and attack. It just seems like we're focusing on one area first, then moving on to the next.
And quite rightly, we do need to stop the goals coming in and signing two world-class centre-halves, plus a world-class right-back. It's going to help do that, isn't it? So, fantastic.
Well, that's how it's started, really, isn't it?
It is, and Botman's won for 10 years. He's a young lad. He's got the world at his feet, basically.
Yeah.
He's the new Van Dijk. He's going to be our Vincent Kompany. Yeah, he's going to be on the right for the whole ride, I think.
Yeah. We could change the formation whilst Wilson is out and get Maxi up front as soon as possible. I don't really want to play Maxi as a striker, Billy. I don't know about you, but I think he likes that role where he can roam all across the field behind the striker. I don't think it really suits Maxi being the number one guy.
He did okay there against Liverpool, didn't he? But like you say, he likes to float around and get him serving a proper striker.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're after with him, and we need a proper centre forward, a goal scoring centre forward who's going to score 1 in 3 chances he gets. So
yeah,
Max isn't that man, is he?
No, not at the minute anyway, until he improves his final third product. Stephanie says, I would take Aubameyang. He puts the goals away. End of the day, obviously his conduct hasn't been the best at Arsenal, but hopefully he would have learned from that mistake. Maybe, but he has been embroiled in sort of this sort of thing before. He is a bit of a playboy as Aubameyang, but me and Billy are of the agreement that we want him. It would be brilliant to sign him simply because we got nothing to lose on a 6-month loan deal. If he comes in and he scores us the goals to, propel us up the league a little bit, we've got somebody who knows where the net is, very experienced in the Premier League, and somebody that can really, take these chances that, we've been missing in previous games, Billy.
Yeah, we need a 10, 15 goal man before the end of the season to come in and score that many goals. There aren't many that are Premier League proven that are available that can do that. He's one of them, and definitely get him in. I know, like you say, the temperament thing, the attitude thing, but he's kind of in the last chance saloon. He's got people to prove wrong. I think he'll do as well for 6 months, Steve. Absolutely.
Yeah, without a doubt. Botman wants to join Newcastle. It's now up to our club and Lille to reach a deal. Could be 30 million. Listen, I think Newcastle would possibly go a bit more than that, Billy, for Botman. I think they've been after him.
They've turned down 30 already, haven't they?
Yeah, he's after, Botman has now. This is what I said yesterday about rumours. About rumours saying players don't want to come. You don't pay any attention to that, because if they want to come, they'll come. And Sven Botman, for me, is an incredible signing, or would be. And it looks like, judging by his, like we said before, his Instagram posts and everything else, he wants to come to the club. Now, it's how much Newcastle are willing to go up and above that 30 million. How do you think they'll go much further than that?
Yeah, I think they will. I think at least 5, maybe with add-ons to make up to 40. Who knows? They don't want to pay over 40. I don't think. I think that's kind of the ceiling they'll go to.
Yeah,
but I think they'll take that. I think Lille are going to be really scared now. They need the money. Another 5 million, I think, will twist their arm and give them a couple of incentive. Adam Wise.
Yeah,
I think they'll take that. I do, honestly.
Well, fingers crossed. Fab idea about the ringtone. Please put the link in today for membership. I will put it in the description, mate. After the show, I promise you, I'll get round to it. Botman or Carlos, if you had to pick one, I'd say Botman at the minute, simply because of how old is Carlos, Billy?
28.
So there is a bit of an age gap between them, isn't there? I mean, obviously Carlos, he would come with experience. Botman, though, has played. Well, he's played top-level football. I mean, Lille won the championship last season in France. I mean, he's used to playing at a decently high level, and I think he's definitely one for the future, definitely one that will improve Newcastle United. So if we had to go for one, then for me it would be Botman. Yeah,
Botman would be the first choice, but as I say, it's not one or two there. They're going for both.
Yeah, they're not satisfied with just one. Abigail says, hopefully we go into Southampton game with a forward line of Mbappe, Vlahovic and Haaland. Yeah, can you imagine the saltiness coming from St Mary's then, Billy?
Well, I wouldn't be very happy with that. As for Vlahovic, he won't be coming till the summer. He's not going anywhere till the summer, apparently.
Yeah. I still think Origi is a big, strong possibility of coming in. Keep your eye on that one. Because I think he's definitely on the radar. Stephen says, good that I can't go tomorrow because of COVID. Was looking forward to seeing Trippier in black and white. I'm not sure he'll start. He'd possibly be on the bench, maybe come on for a 10-minute cameo towards the end. But hey, he might start. They've had a long time off because of the game's been postponed. So he may well play a very strong team and bring certain players off after an hour or so. But again, time will tell. Luke says Billy milk tray. The milk tray, man. There's a new one for you, Billy.
Yeah, I'm going to scare out the back door in a minute, down into the garage and get some chocolates.
Yeah. Rachel says Botman next, hoping we somehow manage to bring Vlahovic in. That's not happening, unfortunately. Then Carlos, Ramsey, and maybe Dean, if still available at the end of the transfer window. Well, Rafa's confirmed that Lucas Dean has requested to leave Everton. He confirmed that in the press conference earlier on today. But it's where he wants to go. It is said that he wants to head to London. I can't see him coming to Newcastle. And to be honest, if he doesn't want to come, let's move on. Like we keep saying, we don't want players coming to this club who don't want to be involved, and it's as simple as that. So for me, I'm not really fussed if he comes or goes. I mean, yes, he would improve the side without a shadow of a doubt, but we'll just have to see on that one. Dave says, said on yesterday's show, I wouldn't have Aubameyang. His last few photos show him looking less than fit with massive bags under his eyes. Makes me think he would rather party than play football. The thing is, he did go to a party, didn't he, in Dubai before he went off to the African nations, which is where he's obviously contracted the COVID, Billy, and that's the problem with him. Would Eddie Howe be able to curb his antics, his partying antics?
Who knows? I mean, who knows how he managed to do it, didn't he? So it's only been Arteta that hasn't been able to do it. I think it's worth a risk. Take him on for 6 months and get some 12, 15 goals we need. Definitely, it's definitely worth a risk. Definitely.
Kyle says, just got on here, but will someone please tell Southampton boss to put his lip away? If Ashley was still here, we wouldn't have cried about it.
Obviously.
Yeah.
David Moore just joined as well with the Hassan Hootle thing as well. He's kind of jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah, it's pathetic, really. I mean, I don't think they realise how embarrassing the sound. Although the salty Southampton fans have come at me a little bit since I put that video out earlier on, but they
really are.
Let's reel them in.
They're an inconsequential club.
Yeah, definitely. Luke says, Southampton. I've seen Southampton's been sold. They need to get their old owners back for when we play them. Exactly. Yeah. If he wants to do that, then fine. Good afternoon, Daniel. Wayne says Carlos is an absolute monster. I haven't seen too much of him, Billy. I don't know whether you have, but I
Yeah,
don't know that much about him.
He lost to the penalty way.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is a monster. He's a beast. He's likes to rough and tumble. He can also play with the ball as well. He's all round good centre half, but prone to let's say rush of blood to the head in the penalty area sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, but we need strong people. We need people who are going to be physical, because we haven't had that all season. They get pushed over too easy. And that's been one of the major problems. Tom says there was a game in Brazil that was once suspended after 65 minutes and the game resumed where it left off months later. Players who had left the teams were ordered to return and finish the game. Look, that's Brazil. There's crazy stuff goes on in Brazil, quite frankly, with regards to football. This is the Premier League we're talking about. It just wouldn't work at all. Southampton are cowards, says Don. Definitely going to happen for Botman. Lille rejected our first bid immediately, but the second one hasn't yet. No, and people are saying from the Lille side of things that they're going to accept that offer. Listen, we know the money trouble that Lille are in, Billy, and it's a fact of nature that they can only reject so much money before they think, hang on a minute, we really need this money.
Yeah, it's brinkmanship, isn't it? They don't want to push us too far away, otherwise they're going to lose a lot. So I think I'll accept the next one. Yeah, definitely. And
yeah. If
they push us, if they keep asking for more money, eventually they're going to say no. We don't want to know, and they're going to lose out on all of it. So they need the money definitely.
Yeah. Paul, good afternoon. I got your gift this morning in the post. Thank you so much, mate. It did put a smile on my face. I really, really appreciate you sending that to me, mate. Thank you so much for that. Julie says, hit the like button, folks. Subscribe and continue becoming a member. Road to 10K. Indeed, if you are enjoying the show, please do hit the like button. And we are going on with donations until about Tuesday night for Dave. So any ad revenue or super chats that I receive up until the end of Tuesday night's fan forum, we'll all be going to that. So just to keep you posted on that. Derek says the boss of Southampton needs to put his bottom lip away. One of his players might trip over it and get injured. Yeah. Barbosa's still possible. I don't know that much about Barbosa either.
No, I don't think anyone does. But he's only had a limited spell in Europe, and most of his stats look great in Brazilian league. And apparently he's improved as a hell of a. He's changed his position. He's improved as a player since he was here in Portugal and Italy. Great left foot by all accounts, and meant to be pretty pally with Joe Linton.
I'd heard about the friendship with Joe Linton. That might be that might be a good thing.
Who
knows? We've got David Lincoln. Thank you very much for becoming a new member, David. Welcome to the family, brother. Danielle says, Trippier in, salty Southampton fans, and that monumental bell end Oliver Holt disgracing himself again. Today's a good day, lads. Did you see Ollie Holt? That comment he put on Twitter?
I've got him blocked, but I managed to see the thing. Yeah, it's disgraceful.
Absolutely disgraceful from a journalist. You cannot put that kind of thing. I mean, it's just wrong. In every single way, it is wrong. Keep the politics to politics, but he can't do that. But there you go. Don says, love your channel. Anxiously waiting for the next signings, a striker and a defender, central defender before our massive game against Watford, please. Regards from Indonesia. Well, thank you very much, Don. Listen, we're doing the business at the back. We're doing what we have to do. And I'm sure Eddie Howe knows the situation up front, knows how big the Watford game is. I'm sure the club are working behind the scenes. And like I say, keep a very, very close eye on Origi because that one is looking like a go-ahead, as is Aaron Ramsey as well. His agent is here. We don't know where the player is, but, I still believe he's holed up somewhere in Jesmond. But his agent is talking to the club today. So that is another to keep an eye on as well, Billy.
Definitely. Yeah, Ramsey's looks like it's going to be done in the next day or two. The two centre-half ones, hopefully by the middle of next week, and striker. Yeah. That seems to be ongoing too. So, got another 4 or 5 plays in by Monday, Tuesday.
It's incredible, isn't it? It is incredible. Now, just to show you there, Kieran Trippier officially announced today. He looks good in a Newcastle shirt, Billy.
Absolutely. He does, yeah.
And there he is with the scarf. And do you know what? Just his interview earlier today was absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait to see him get started. I really can't. If we turn a little bit to Eddie Howe's press conference today, just a few quotes from that. On the signing of Trippier, he says, "We're delighted with the signing. He's a player I know very well from our time at Burnley together. I know he's going to bring a huge amount on and off the pitch. He's got a winning mentality and he's very driven to succeed. On the pitch, I think we have an outstanding technical player who will attack very well. He will bring a level of calmness to our play on the ball, and he's a top defender as well. He is up for the fight. We're in a difficult situation, but he's up for that, and he relishes it. He wants the challenge. I think he also sees the longer-term vision of what the club can bring him and his career." That's what we're focusing on, and I think that's what Eddie's trying to get across, that he hasn't come for money, despite what certain members of the punditry system might say. He's here for the challenge. And again, like we've spoken many, many times before, Billy, about the process in place, the ambition of the club. He can see what we want to do. And he's undoubtedly seen the plans for the new training ground and everything like that. That's a way of selling everything to the player.
Absolutely. He's the first step to a long trip to wherever we're going, but all along the way it's going to be good things. We're going to progress, and that kind of them quotes there have made me smile, because we're not used to things like that happening to us, are we? Let's be honest. Positive things about our club, positive quotes, positive things from the manager, and the player himself. It's just great. It's just something we haven't heard of for a long time, long time.
It's still bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Absolutely, it is. Brilliant,
Robert,
brilliant. And the manager just says the right things at the right times, and it's great.
He does. But he's so passionate. He's so passionate about where he wants to take the club. And that's why, these nutcases going on saying, "Oh, Eddie Howe's not the right man," all this crap. Just judge him in a year, judge him in 2 years when he's had a real good go at it, because I think they'll have egg on their faces. Must admit, Nick Hammond is doing a good job so far, just needs a few out the door as well. He did come in with a bit of a dodgy reputation, Nick Hammond, I must admit. You ask any Celtic fan what to think of him, he's not very highly thought of there for the players that he brought into Celtic. However, let's just, he's doing all right so far, and he's certainly going for he's going for it, big style. Richard says, "Just bought some powerful binoculars for the ladies' matches." Interesting. Okay. Toonami says, "All this abuse the press gave Amanda, she's the one doing the deals with her husband and Jamie without a director of football." Indeed. I mean, listen, we said last night, Billy, they've undoubtedly got people in next to them who know the game inside out. That we strongly believe that they're talking to, they're using the likes of Keegan Shearer, other ex-players as ambassadors already, who will be talking to these possible signings and convincing them to sign.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Eddie Howe's probably doing more work than what he would usually be doing as a manager. I think there is players that he wants. Otherwise, why would he be going for them? So
yeah, exactly.
It's a team effort at the minute. It's going to be helped with the director of football, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, we're getting the players through the door, and it's working great. And as I say, Hammond's doing a sterling job so far, but it's got to be an easy job to do at Newcastle with a unlimited pot of money behind you than what it is at Celtic or wherever else has been. Got to be an easy job, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we know they're going for a director of football eventually, but that's obviously, we've afforded a little bit of time with that, I think. So that's a definite plus point. Ollie Holt's tweet is disgusting. We're trying to focus on football, yet there he is dragging our name and owner's integrity down. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. What do you think of rumours about Dusan Vlahovic? He would be a statement signing. We don't think that's going to happen till the summer when he decides where he wants to go and play. Danielle says, "I'm injecting the hate into my veins. This is it, lads and lasses. This is where the rebuild begins. Show me the money." Yeah, definitely. Oh my God, what a different take it is on transfer deadline day to the summer, Billy. It's just completely different, isn't it? It's incredible.
It is. It's unbelievable. We're kind of wondering, getting excited about a loan deal for a Leicester reserve.
I know.
Now we're signing an England right back who's scored goals in the World Cup semi-final.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Botman liking his own posts now on Instagram about Newcastle. Yeah, he does that as well. and Julie's putting signs of is that money or aeroplanes? I can't see. I don't know. I'm blind as a bat anyway. But there you go. Doug from the Dugout channel, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel, matey. I know you've been a big supporter of myself for quite a while, and like I say, I've a big supporter of your channel as well, matey. So thank you very, very much for doing that. Please do check out the Dugout Football channel on YouTube. DOUG, as in Doug, the name, the Dugout Football channel. Brilliant stuff. He's a Liverpool fan, but he's a great lad and a great channel. So please do and give him a check out. Wacky says Dan Axel Zagadou is nearing the end of his contract at Dortmund. Decent centre back and quite mobile. Possibly, maybe we'd look at him as a free transfer in the summer. But I think if we're going for Carlos and Botman now, then there's no immediate plans for him. Vlahovic would be mint, but I think Man United want him. Yeah, but we can challenge if we stay up this season, right? When we stay up this season, I'll re-say that, but we can challenge the big boys, Billy, in the summer, and we can actually say to them, look, we're starting the season from scratch. We're getting all these players in. This is what the club wants. We're pushing for a European place this season. Get yourself through the door.
That's it. The only thing the big, that so-called big guy will be able to offer them is that season of European football. Because the season after that, we'll be going for that.
Yeah,
Premier League, we can pay more than them.
Mm-hmm.
We can offer more money. And I think we'll be really highly. I think we're competitive now. I think there's other clubs out there that would have wanted Kieran Trippier. I think Man United.
We know there was. I think there's about 4 or 5, wasn't there, in the Premier League? But we brought him in. We the guys that have signed him, and like I say, that has to be a statement. Luke says 42 million for Botman. Matthew believes 40 million pound would get it. I'm probably switching towards 40 million. I think that would, if that's what we've gone in at as a second bid, I think that's why the rumours are that they're going to accept, certainly from the French side. DGL Floats, good afternoon. Imagine Trippier, Dean, Carlos, and Botman, and that's just to start with. No wonder Southampton are shitting themselves. I hope we go to the Dell and bust them open. I really do. I honestly, they've turned into one of these teams that you just want to hammer. Just the way it is. A few more quotes from Eddie Howe today. On whether Kieran Trippier is available for tomorrow's FA Cup game, he says possibly we're working towards that. We're waiting to be given the green light on that by the relevant authorities. On Callum Wilson. We don't have a clear diagnosis at the moment. Callum will have another scan very shortly to try and determine exactly how long he will be out. There's still a little bit of uncertainty on that. First and foremost, my thoughts are with Callum. I hope his injury isn't serious and we can get him on the pitch as soon as possible because we know how important he is for us. It doesn't sound great, does it, for Callum Wilson?
No, if they don't know what it is yet, and it's been kind of how long since we played Man United? In a while, been a good 10 days, 11 days.
Yeah.
And they still don't know what the injury is.
Don't know.
It's good. I don't think we'll see him again this season. I'll be honest with you. I really don't think we'll see him again this season. It's obviously calf related, Achilles related.
Mm-hmm.
If it's Achilles and it's bad, he could be out for a long, long time.
It didn't look good when he got injured. I mean, personally,
No.
I seen the way he went down, and it just looked nasty.
Nobody knew him.
It's not great. It's not great. And again, this is why we need more up front, and possibly 2. Which I think we will do. Alex saying there that the Botman's flirting with us. It's down to Lille now. Yeah, it is like he's flirting with us, to be honest, because I'm sure all the Newcastle fans are noticing all the Instagram posts he's liking. Carlos, afternoon, Paul, Billy, and all the chat. Ollie Holt makes me sick. Yeah, he does, to be honest. And the final quote I've got from Eddie Howe today was on tomorrow's cup tie. We need to win. I've made that very clear to the players in our preparation. For me, there's no balancing act between anything other than trying to give our best performance and trying to win the game. For me, it's very clear what we need to do. That is fantastic. Now, if we look back, Billy, over previous managers' quotes in press conferences before cup games, they've never been like that. They've never said, we need to win. We want to win. And I think Eddie Howe is of the opinion that winning breeds confidence, breeds more winning. And if we have a good cup run, that will only benefit our league form because the confidence will be up.
You know what? I've got a sneaky suspicion we're going to win this cup this year.
Oh,
I honestly feel I feel it in my bones. And there's certain things that have happened this week that happened a long time ago in my family. My 2nd of January 1987, my grandfather passed away. He always said he'd only ever go to Wembley if Coventry City got there. Never got the chance because he died.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the next day, after he passed away, 3rd round FA Cup, Coventry City, blah 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 blah. Went to Wembley, won the cup, and something similar's happened this week, hasn't it? In the Newcastle United family. I've just got a feeling. Just got a feeling that the same thing's going to happen. Just a feeling, and it's a similar feeling to what I had then.
Yeah, it's interesting, and of
Weird.
course, with Dave passing away as well, you know, it's is this, you know, could we do something special for him? You know, you just never know. You never know. Matthew says, I wonder how much Brighton would want for Lamptey. He's somebody that's not been mentioned at all, has been linked to any clubs at all, which I'm amazed about. He's obviously perfectly happy at Brighton.
We are linked with a Brighton player, I've got to say.
We are. He's coming up shortly. I've got Baz sent me the stats, so I've made sure I've uploaded them, but we'll come on to him very shortly because I think he may divide opinion. But we'll see. Luke says, well, he's changed his wording a little bit on there, thank God. He's pretty happy if we get Origi by the looks of things. Stu says, it looks like Botman is well up for a move to the Toon. If we get Botman, do you think he'll fly around years? I don't even understand that, to be honest, but never mind. We need a striker in for the Watford game. If we don't, who would play up front? As we only have Gale and Joe Linton as the only fit strikers, I'm pretty confident we'll have somebody in. If I'm openly honest, I think Eddie Howe knows how important this game is coming up against Watford, and I think he'll have everybody ready to go, and he'll have the signings that he wants. How would you feel about Tolisso from Bayern? Not good enough to start for them, but incredible player. I don't know much about Tolisso, to be honest, Billy.
Yeah, and a midfield player, centre midfield player, energetic. Yeah, good player.
Kare from Norway, funny enough. Our new midfielder will be Sander Berge, Norwegian star.
We were linked with him before, weren't we?
He's a decent player. He is decent.
Yeah, he had a good kind of Premier League season, then got injured and missed the second season, and that's one of the reasons why they got relegated.
Yeah,
as well as Henderson not being there anymore.
Tom says it's a good moniker. Salty Southampton, nice alteration. Alex says some interesting shouts from Tifo today. Tolisso surprised me, but apparently he's not playing for Bayern. Bayern don't pay crazy wages either, so in theory we could do some fishing. I think I definitely think we've got our rod in the water, if we're using fishing terms, Billy, with quite a few clubs.
Absolutely, I think there's lots of players that are, and there'll be some more important than others, but yeah, I think I'll go out obviously for some more than others. But yeah, absolutely. I don't think any players off the radar that's going to improve us. To be honest with you.
Salty Southampton fans coming at you sounds like an assault charge. I want some of what Ralph is smoking. I know I've heard that a lot of people saying that. The state of some Southampton fans on Twitter. Yeah, believe me, I'm getting half of them coming at me since I released that video earlier on today about this. Titled "Are You Kidding Me, Southampton?" And it seems to have generated a lot of salt, shall we say, down south. But it's laughable. It really is. Joe and Elliot are part of Geordie Howe project. Love to see Geordie's learning from Eddie Howe. Did anyone notice the slight dig from Southampton's new owners saying we don't want to try and buy success like other clubs? We want to earn success. It could be a dig at Man City, etc., but surely it's at us. Well, given the way Southampton have reacted to us lately, I believe it would probably be aimed at us, Billy, because we seem to be living rent-free in their heads at the minute.
Yeah, it could also mean we don't want to buy success, meaning they don't want to buy anything because I've got no money to spend. I've got less money than what the previous owners had. So, in fact, the owner of Southampton has less money than Newcastle had. So,
yeah. We don't want to buy success. Exactly. We don't want to buy success. Translates into we will use this club to debt finance our other projects.
It does, exactly.
Yeah. Barbosa not as good as Alvarez. That lad is different class. Wayne wants Zanilio from Roma. Matthew says John is guilty of being a Man United fan. Yes, I just spoke to John on the phone actually about 20 minutes before the show, and had a little conversation about him asking why he put glory. Well, he didn't put glory, but he put GGMU, which of course means glory, Man United. So I've ripped him on the phone. So unbelievable.
See, I'd have tried to claim it meant good grief, my underpants or something. I tried to get out of it that way.
But not when you're tagging all the Man United, all the Man United ladies, I should say.
Exactly.
Yeah. Matthew says Origi is not for sale. I believe Liverpool are looking to offload him. That is what the word is. Danielle says I'm not sleeping till 11 p.m. on the 31st of January. God. David says, cheers, Paul, mate. I sent a message on Twitter, but I'm not sure you received it. Sent a picture of what I did. Yeah, I've got it, mate. I haven't. I know I've received it, but I will look at it today. Thanks very much for getting back to me, David. I really appreciate that. I can see Ramsey happening. Well, it certainly looks a goer. It really does. Origi is what? Well, Liverpool only wants 7 million. I think that's a good bargain, Billy. I really do.
Yeah, it is absolutely.
Keith, hi, first time in chat. Well, hello, Keith. May I say R.I.P. to the man, the myth, the legend, Dave Harrison. But may I also say, wow, in 42 years, I have never been so proud to be a Toon fan. We aren't standing still. Indeed, Keith, thank you for being part of the channel. Hope you did get subscribed as well. Yeah, R.I.P. to Dave as well. I am working on a photo montage video for Dave, which will be my own personal tribute to him. So I'm trying to get loads of photos together and have like a video that's just playing a photo montage of everything that Dave was involved in. So that'll be coming soon as well. Martin says, great show again, Paul. You've come a long way since you started. Bloody hell, have I not? I think sitting in front of an iPhone camera and just things have changed for me slightly over the last year and a half without a shadow of a doubt. But that's thanks to everybody out there, and also, lately with the partnership with World of Sport TV, we're bouncing off each other's channels and it's working a treat, really. It's great to see. For me, it's great to see channels working in cahoots with each other instead of being at each other's throats, to be honest. And I think that the more that podcasters actually try and show that kind of thing, then the nicer the atmosphere is, to be honest. Matthew says Wijnaldum is also liking posts. I did notice that. He would. Is he on the radar, Billy? Because there's nothing really official come out from Newcastle saying he is. But is he on the radar?
I'm not sure he is. I think he might be liking posts as an ex-Newcastle United player, and maybe nothing more than that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I have a feeling, I'd love to see him. Don't get me wrong. I think it'd be fantastic to see Genie back. And maybe it's somebody that we turn to towards the back end of the transfer window, not necessarily the early part. There's more important players, I think, to bring in at the moment, and that's what they're concentrating on clearly. So Kate says, Kieran Trippier, hope he plays tomorrow, Paul, from Kate and Jonathan. Hi to you too. We've got Sven Botman in the house, Billy. Hello, lads. I love Newcastle United. Great club and city, great fans. I love the Black and White Army. Can't wait to play with Joe Linton and under a great manager in Eddie Howe. Subscribed. Great show. Well, thank you very much, Sven, and hopefully we'll see you in Newcastle shortly.
What an affable chap.
Exactly. Very, very nice guy. Newcastle winning the league within 3 years, says Trudon, who's a Liverpool fan, actually. So, interesting. Trippier is a class signing. I hope Botman also comes in. I definitely think he's up for it. Daryl says, afternoon, lads. Everyone in the chat, I'm buzzing about this. No more wait until the last day. That is a statement player. He will be key. And that's the difference, Billy. In years gone by, we've signed nobody, then waited until transfer deadline day and still signed no bugger.
I know, but sometimes it's quite exciting to be looking for players transfer deadline day. But I think all our business will be done.
Yeah.
It's got a thing that we've done and dusted early, within 2 weeks of the window. But
I think it will.
Have one in the last day as well.
Yeah, but I think we'll still be active, Billy. I still think we'll look for that sly little signing, because Eddie Howe said today, didn't he, that they're going to be constantly active through the whole of the window. Which means to say we aren't going to get a day in January where things are quiet, which is incredible. Completely different world. Norwich have told Todd Cantwell he can go in January if suitable bid lands, seeking 15 million plus. You're not keen on Botman, on Cantwell, are you?
I wouldn't mind him for 15 million quid, I've got to say.
I wouldn't pay any more for him, though. I think, he hasn't played a lot this season. Simon says we're conducting our business very professionally. Botman would be a great signing. World of Sport TV, that must be Barry, surely. Botman is so close, I can smell it. It's the most exciting signing of the window for me, as he's someone we can build a team around for the next 10 years. Indeed. Got tickets for the game against Watford, can't wait. Stephen says 3 Italian clubs in for Origi pre-contract agreements. Yeah, we're going to have to be quick on that one if we want him, but I'm led to believe we are the front runners. Brian Amex, thank you very much for becoming a new member, matey. Welcome to the family. Really appreciate that. Do you think Trippier will lift the spirits like Bruno did in the United dressing room?
Well, much more than that. Didn't know Bruno did the lift, to be honest.
Nah, Bruno, listen, I think Man United, I think they're getting found out now with certain players who just have bad attitudes, basically, causing unrest. I think Trippier will go in, and what he will do is he'll have the respect of the players already, given that he's an international, played in the World Cup semi-final, scored, been in the team of the year for the Spanish league last year. Listen, this guy commands respect, and I think that's why I've seen a lot of people, shouting out he should get the armband. But look, he's not going to take it off Lascelles now. Maybe at the end of the season we have a new captain for next, but he's not going to change it now. Another new member, Neon Gifter. Thank you very much for becoming a member, matey. Welcome to the Toon Review family. Really appreciate that. I'm from Scotchy, but live in New Biggin by the sea. Would love to come back to the Toon, just like Genie. Thoughts? Well, we just spoke about him there. We're not sure that he's coming. Feels like an alternate universe these days.
Good, yeah, absolutely.
It's an alternate universe. There's definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. John Sinclair and all them Man United tweets, shocking. Yeah. I mean, Billy, as a Newcastle fan, right? You wouldn't put that, would you?
No, I couldn't.
I don't see any other Newcastle fan tagging Man United fans and saying glory, glory, Man United. I just don't get it.
I don't like any club apart from Newcastle United.
Man United are one of these clubs that we absolutely despise.
Absolutely.
That's what I don't get.
Absolutely. Hate them.
Stu says Ollie Holt's crack is fucking lifting. Sick to death of all these embarrassing, jealous morons talking utter shit about NUFC. Can't wait till the Toon juggernaut starts destroying these losers. And it will. Well, no doubt about that. Yeah, a little song about Botman there would be the biggest signing for me this window if we can get him. Derek says, who do you think we should get rid of? I've said Clark, Kraft, Gale, and Richie. Use the money to buy a Domino's. Yeah, Clark for me, definitely. Kraft, definitely. Gale, definitely. Richie, I'm not so sure. I think he might want to hold on to Richie till the summer. And then obviously Richie, I think Richie's going to go back to Bournemouth eventually. I really do. I think that's where he wants to finish his career. Abigail says, someone pinch me because I'm dreaming. Damn right. We're in sort of dream world at the minute. Level up, Rob. Welcome to the Toon Review family as a new member. Thank you so much for joining. Right, this player, now, again, this is the player who we believe is now in discussion with Newcastle United. And for me, a split opinion given on what's gone on. But this is the guy. It is Bissouma from Brighton. Now, Billy, the reason I'm saying is obviously he's going to split opinion is simply because of what may happen.
Yeah, legal issues, yeah.
Yeah.
As a footballer, though, he's a fantastic player.
Well, he's made 124 appearances, 4 goals, 2 assists, which is, for the position he plays is okay because he's a very combative midfielder. So if we look at his stats on the left there, 70% dribbling, which isn't too bad. 86% pass percentage, 66% tackles. I mean, he's not a bad player at all, and he will be in demand. But again, he's just got this hanging over him, hasn't he?
I would have thought that before we kind of made approaches to have discussions with him and with Brighton about him, that they would have contacted legal people to see if it was a go or not. Surely,
Yeah.
surely they wouldn't go in there all guns blazing, sign him, and then find out he's going to be serving time or whatever. He doesn't. They must have done the due diligence. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah. Botman's got no match tomorrow for sure. He'll be watching the Toon.
Find a stream.
I hope so. Yeah, there will be, Billy. There's a lot of American companies got them on, but we shan't say anymore. Thanks, Doug. Appreciate that, matey. I play Aubameyang up front for now and get that young striker from the Championship club. I think it is, and keep him on the bench. T9, come on. I'm not sure who he means there. I think he means Brereton Diaz.
Diaz, I'd imagine, yeah.
But I just can't see Blackburn letting him go the position they're in at the minute. I don't think he wants to go. He's the main man there. He's still young. He's got a big chance. So we'll see what develops on that. Trippier could be made captain straight away. Can't see how doing that though just yet. No, just mentioned that. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and Billy's channel, World of Sport TV. Best partnership on YouTube, indeed. Trippier training picks up on Twitter already, so he's already getting stuck in. Ramsey on his way, maybe. Listen, I'm convinced he is snuggled up somewhere in a very posh hotel up here. We know that his agent is at the club today. I mean, it's possible that he could be announced as early as tomorrow if things go well.
Possible, yeah, it's possible. Could even be tonight, I guess.
Even tonight, yeah.
Generally, game days you don't usually see transfer announcements, but I mean, it could happen.
Got plenty of time left, and certainly if discussions have gone well, because I would have thought they've already spoken to Juventus anyway. Because their manager didn't give too much away, I guess, but he said they'd sent him to England, and he said they sent him to train over there. He's keeping his cards close to his chest, I think, but I think something may happen there. Toonman144, thank you for becoming a member, matey. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the family. Alex says 40 million is a steal if he maintains his level, and we have him for 10 years. We don't have a left-footed centre-back under 30, so this is perfect. Yeah, that's a big thing as well, being left-footed, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, you need to have a balance. Carlos is right-footed as well when he comes, if he does come in, so you've got the perfect kind of pairing. And as I said before, this lad, he will be our company. He'll be our Vincent company, and he'll be on the adventure all the way until he finishes, basically, because it's going to be a long old trek for him. We're going to have great fun with this guy. He's a great player.
Yeah. Paul, what happened to the mushroom troop? It's gone. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Richard. Mushroom troop? Never mind. After what Southampton said, I tried to buy James Ward-Prowse just to make fun of them. Oh, could you imagine? Wow.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
That would be comedy gold, wouldn't it? Absolute comedy gold. Maggot says, Wilson is out till the summer. I had same kind of injury, couldn't walk for 6 weeks. And the thing is, there's been no photos of Callum Wilson either, has there? Absolutely none. So we don't know if he's in plaster or on crutches, which I believe he will be, but there's been nothing. So they're keeping it very close to the chest, this one.
I mean, he walked off the pitch, which when I popped my calf, I couldn't actually lift my foot off the ground.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could well be Achilles tendon, but
he played on for a bit, didn't he?
He played on for a couple of minutes, didn't he? Yeah.
So that could have made the injury even a little bit worse.
Yeah. Could have. Yeah, we won't know until we find out what it is, to be honest.
Yeah. Seth says, finally back from school so I can talk to people about Trippier who actually care instead of annoying all my friends who aren't Newcastle supporters. Kate says, yes, Stu, dear cousin, great signing up the Toon Army. Carlos says, who's Coutinho? I've never heard of him. Trippier scores the winner against the Whingers. He runs up to the Southampton and shows the finger. Oh, wow. Love the show, Paul. Cheers, bud. Juices, Carlos, that was funny on Twitter. Hopefully we put a few past Cambridge and keep a clean sheet. Who do you think is going to start in goal tomorrow, Bill?
Won't be surprised with Woodman.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying Woodman. And do you think that spells the end for Darlow?
Yes, I think he'll be out the door this window. Yeah, honestly.
I mean, like people have said, it's very, very, very quiet on the players going out. But I think Darlow will be one of those who will be looking for a move to become a first choice keeper again.
Absolutely, and Championship keeper at best. I think. I don't think any Premiership side have won him as their first choice keeper, but certainly Championship.
Yeah, definitely. Derek says Botman and Sula, then a left back, Ramsey, Genie, and 2 strikers. That's a canny shopping list.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. That.
Botman is a brick wall at 6'5". He can take all in his way. Yeah, he's a big lad. Same height as me, actually. A Villa fan was gloating on Felipe, but spelt his surname something like Coutinho. That's typical. Typical. He didn't get Baz to write his tweet, did he? Klopp will not let Origi go this month. He's already Liverpool have stated that they are prepared to let him go. Speaking of Baz, he's here.
Yo!
Hey!
Welcome to the final part of the show, matey. You got
What a
there in
long
the
day.
end.
What a long day.
Yeah, tell us about it. Tell us about it.
Getting you up to do a show at 10:30 in the morning.
Yes. So what do you think about the news on Botman and Baz?
I am absolutely ecstatic. I said he's the one signing I want to get through in January. You know, he's 21. He's a beast. He's ball playing defender. He reads the game so well. We can build a team around him for the next 10 years. Pay what they want. Just give them it. I've heard 30 plus 5 million add-ons, and they'll accept the bid. And he wants to come. So just like Trippier, why keep a player that doesn't want to be there now? You know, they'll need the money. Just get it done. It'll be the best signing we make this window, regardless of who else comes in. He is the marquee signing for me.
Definitely. Hey, Paul, I got to say, now we are the most hated. What makes this funny, only City fans support us.
That's right, that is. City fans have got a bit of sympathy for what we're going through, obviously.
Have you seen the news about Trippier? He's available for tomorrow. I did put it in the chat.
Seen that. Yeah, I've just seen that.
And also, I've heard that he's going to be made captain pretty much straight away, and Lascelles is going to be vice captain, which could ruffle a few feathers.
Now, you see, I heard that just before I came on the show, but I wasn't going to say anything in case I made an absolute tit of myself.
This is what we're here for, is to debate things,
to
isn't
be
it?
shut down, Baz, to be shut down. But
shut down
listen,
as well,
we were just talking about, though, Billy, weren't we? Just saying that he'd make the perfect captain. So, yeah, I mean, go for it. I certainly haven't got a problem with him being captain at all. And
apparently, Lascelles hasn't been parking in the captain's car park space at the ground for the last week because he knew he was going to lose the armband.
Maybe he didn't want it. You know, maybe he had enough of it.
Yeah,
it's of his shoulders, isn't it?
It might bring the best out of him, mightn't it?
That's what I was going to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hopefully we might see the best. So yeah, Tom says I would put a bid in for Lingard or Ross Barkley. Do you think we will end up with Aaron Ramsey though? Ramsey, I believe, is going to sign over the weekend. I'm pretty certain. So again, keep an eye on that. Southern Softy says Wayne. We're just talking about. Ralph Hassan,
Jesus Christ, man.
His comments, Baz, and as I say, I put a video out earlier on today, just about my feelings on it, and I've got this the salty sottons coming after me now, and but really, I mean, a pathetic statement to make, wasn't it?
Of course, it is. I mean, football has been cancelled for very serious reasons. You know, the Premier League would not have allowed Newcastle to cancel 2 games unless they followed all the protocols and did everything correctly. And now just because we're signing a few players in January, they're saying we can't play them. I mean, fair enough. Try and do that as long as it's leveled for every other single team as well. Then fair enough. As long as it's not one rule for one and another rule for the other 19 in the league.
But Abigail makes a good point there. Southampton have played the same number of games as us. So what is their point? It's just stupid.
Yeah. And do you know what it is? Just to piss them off. Go and buy James Ward-Prowse. Go and put a bid in for him.
We just had a comment on that,
Just to make him turn his head and make it harder for him to play for Southampton, knowing that there's a bigger club wanting him. No offense to Southampton, but we are a bigger club.
Yeah, indeed. What do you think of Eddie? Have you seen much of Eddie Howe's press conference, Baz? You had a look at the quotes?
Unfortunately, I've been watching the show, so I've seen some of the quotes.
We've just been he was talking about Callum Wilson, and we mentioned that before. And Billy has a sneaky suspicion that he's not going to see the rest of the season. And the reason being is that Newcastle United are keeping this very, very quiet. You know, we haven't seen pictures of Wilson. We haven't seen anything. And like Bill said not long ago, 10, 11 days after the injury, they still don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's not looking great.
No, well, we said that on both our shows yesterday, didn't we? We think 10 to 12 weeks. And if that's the case, that might as well be the end of the season because you need to then get match fit, which takes a good 3-4 games to get into your stride again. So, yeah, we need 2 new strikers, at least one. The bare minimum is 1. 2 would be nice. Gale's going nowhere because of that. And Gale's, how many lives has Gale had? He's like a cat.
He just doesn't go away, does he? No. He's like that. He's like a stale smell that just doesn't go. Mark Swift, who's a Tottenham fan, says take Dele for free.
No,
I'd have Dele Alli, but
so do
I know, but it's the attitude thing, though. That's Eddie Howe likes people who train hard, like Mourinho did, and that's why Dele Alli didn't get on with him at Spurs. Eddie Howe will fall out with him. I don't think he's worth the risk in the dressing room and the way that he trains on the training pitch, to be honest with you. As a player, for 90 minutes, I'd take him all day long, but he needs to improve his attitude. So 50-50.
Let's be honest, Mourinho's fell out a lot, though, haven't they? I mean, every other Spurs manager seems to have got on with Ali okay. It's Mourinho.
Yeah, but maybe the other managers let Dele Alli get away with what he did, a bit like Steve Bruce let St. Maximum get away with what he did. And now St. Maximum's like, holy shit, I've got to train now. And maybe that's it. But if you look at, I watched the whole Spurs thing on Amazon and it was brilliant. And the first day, the first day he walked into the training ground, he said Dele Alli's a shit because he doesn't train. He's lazy shit.
Yeah, he did actually.
The first time Mourinho walked in the training ground and said Dele Alli's a shit.
And lazy shit.
A lazy shit.
First day he was there.
Mourinho said that. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Didn't really get time to know him then. Really.
But he played him. He played him though, and he did really well. And then it wasn't until he stopped, the training didn't improve. He went, well, he's not a player for me because I want them to train well. I want them to train hard, and that's what worries me about him. I would love Ginny back. By the way, I saw a lot of the comments in the chat.
Yeah, I don't think he's not on our radar though. To be honest, he's not on Newcastle's radar. I don't think at the minute.
He was, and then it went quiet, didn't he?
Matthew says Diego Costa is now a free agent.
Do you know what it is? He'll do a job, wouldn't he?
He's roughed some people up, that's a certainty. Yeah.
Exactly.
How old is he?
35,
36.
I don't think he's that old, Billy.
Let's have a look. I'll Google that one for you quickly.
I thought he was early 30s. I might be wrong, but I don't know. I honestly couldn't.
I don't know myself, to be honest. He looks older than what he is. I know that.
Well, he's always looked like that, though, hasn't he? Paper round in Baghdad.
He is 33. I'd definitely take him.
Right.
Yeah, give him a spin.
Give him a year and a half, 2.5 year contract.
Yeah.
Give him 6 months with incentive. If he scores so many goals, we'll give him a do the contract.
Yeah, it could be an option. Joe Litton says, my sources are telling me we're interested in Senegalese striker Papi Cissé.
I saw that in the chat about 20 minutes ago.
Oh my
Jesus
God,
Christ, he's back.
Christ almighty. Winning the FA Cup is the road to Europe, and it will only attract more big names next summer. So agree with you there, Billy, saying Billy's confident we win the FA Cup this season, Barry.
Absolutely.
It's not out of the realm of possibilities, is it? There's no European football to distract us. This is what we said yesterday. Well, I don't know. I'm sure you were on the show at the time, Paul. I still think the best way to win the Premier League quicker than 5 years, maybe in 3 years' time, is to stay away from European football, blast the summer, and then go for the league without the distractions of a European league, like a Europa League or Champions League. Just go for the league, go for the FA Cup in about 2-3 years' time without any distractions. That would be the best way to win it.
Yeah, definitely. We should go for Kamara, Ginter, Sula kind of players. Their contracts are expiring. Even Pascal Gross from Brighton would be good. Same situation with him.
Have you gone through the other Brighton player? I've sent you the details.
Yes, we've. Don't worry, Baz.
I missed the start of it. You see, so hospital appointments, mate. She's going to drop.
But have some faith in that we get the right stuff out. Robert says Diego Costa has reached an agreement with Atletico Mineiro to terminate his contract. Should we go for him? Yeah. I would love to try to get Fikayo Tomori in this window.
Hell of a
His
player.
name's come up a lot, hasn't it?
It has, but
on our
I'm
shows, but we've
looking.
never.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Yeah. Hi, Paul and Billy. What do you think about a move for John Stones? I don't think we need to. If we're going for Carlos and we're going for Botman, I mean, those two. Thank you very much. Deal's
Definitely.
done. Woof.
Definitely.
Connor Cody is an afterthought. I never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Yeah. Geordie Toon for Life says, afternoon, Paul and Billy. Hope you're both well. Great video before, Paul. Totally agree, 100%. Hashtag Sinclair is a disgrace.
John, not Trevor, by the way.
Yeah. Listen, we were talking about that before, Barry, before you came on.
Yeah.
And as a Newcastle United fan, would you ever put a tweet out saying, glory, glory, Man United?
Hell no. If I did that, I would expect you to shoot me.
Yeah. Given that we hate Man United and given the fact that, he doesn't even have to put that. He can tweet out, he can do his shout outs by all means. Yeah. But don't put glory, glory, Man United.
No, don't.
I mean, people are really, really starting to question who he really supports.
Especially when he's going on all these other channels so often and talking about them. I mean, it's a bit strange a Man United fan doing a Newcastle transfer window, though, isn't it?
It won't be about Newcastle United, will it?
Yeah.
It's John's.
Well, it's got Trippier on the front.
Yeah, John's probably got somebody to design that himself.
He did too last night
on Maisie's behalf.
I mean, yeah, because it's Maisie's channel he's going on, isn't it? She's a lovely girl.
Yeah,
she is, yeah.
But it won't be about it. You'll see how quickly it turns to Man United conversation.
It'll be like Trippier signed, well done. Right, let's talk about Man United.
Yeah, you just watch. I tell you.
Should we buy him a shirt? Should we buy him a Man United shirt as a joke?
I think we should. He's coming up for the Watford game. I've been very tempted just to buy a cheap one on eBay or something. To
hand it to him,
and get photographic evidence of it happening. Everybody hates Millwall and Man United and Newcastle United now, if we're going to be included in that. John doesn't help himself, like selling his soul for subscribers. Great guy, though. He is selling his soul. He is. And I told him that on the phone 20 minutes before we came on air here. Good afternoon, lads. Just watched your Southampton video. Thanks very much, matey. Like I said, the saltiness on Twitter is hitting me hard from Southampton fans. It's incredible. I'm going to start replying with, do you want a bit of pepper with that?
Let's do that. Get the Salt Babe one on.
Yeah.
So
there's been a few Newcastle fans already put GIFs on of salt shakers dancing around us. So that's quite funny, really. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Aditya says, Kraft we should keep. He was immense against United. Clark and Dale definitely go.
We can't get rid of Gale in the situation we're in, though. I know he's crap, but he's the only striker we've got right now.
But wait till we take the field against Watford with totally different strikers, Barry.
I hope so. I know you covered Origi, and
we have.
A lot of people are saying that Liverpool saying he's not for sale, but he's only got 6 months left on his contract.
Listen, as Ted DiBiase, the $1 million man, used to say, everybody has a price.
Exactly.
For the $1 million Toon.
I'm surprised someone's saying we should keep Kraft after he's had one good game.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, when he's been playing this season, I don't think he's done too badly, to be honest. Yeah. He certainly hasn't been the worst.
But if you had to get rid of Kraft or Mancur, who would you get rid of?
Say that again?
Who would you get rid of, Kraft or Mancur?
Kraft.
Yeah, exactly.
In a second.
Yeah.
Tom says John Sinclair is a turncoat. Senshi says a few good men on the Tyne remember what winning is like. Foxy says, what's John done? Well, he put a comment out. He did his shout out to his Man United fans today, who are all female, by the way. But at the start of it, he put GGMU, which stands for Glory, Glory, Man United. Now, if you're a Newcastle fan, you would never tweet that. You would never tweet something like that. I'm telling you, he's a red.
And that's not even a Man United thing either. Glory, glory, hallelujah is a Spurs song traditionally.
Glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, I know.
And they've kind of stole it off Spurs.
They did. Abigail says Bissouma is a no-brainer from a footy point of view.
Of course he is, yeah.
Indeed. And hopefully, like you said, Billy, they've done the due diligence and checked out what's going on behind the scenes with the court case, and because they wouldn't sign a player if he's going to be locked away, so it's pretty pointless. Dave says, I'm not on Twitter, so I had to look up the Ollie Holt quote. took me a moment to get it, but that is dark. Don't even think Jimmy Carr would go there.
There was two of them, though, wasn't there? There wasn't just him. There was that
NG put something out as well. I've got him blocked because he's an arsehole.
I
so,
blocked ages ago as well, but
yeah,
unfortunately, I saw what he wrote and it was disgusting.
Absolute filth. And I'm not even going to give it airtime on here.
No.
Mumblebee says it will be ridiculously weird if Kieran Trippier joins Newcastle United.
Who's Kieran Trippier?
No idea.
It would be weird if someone called Kieran Trippier joined. It would, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Doctor Who Boris says, how can Coutinho go to Villa instead of Newcastle? How can they afford him? I'm led to believe Barcelona are still paying 65% of his wages.
Wow.
So, that's how they've got the deal done. And fair play to Villa. If they've managed to agree with Barca, look, they've got Barcelona in a very good position because they had to get a player out in order to get Torres into the squad. So, Barcelona aren't going to play too much hardball there to try and get a player out. So, they've
only got 35% of the player out there, Paul.
Sorry,
mate? They've only got 35% of the player out by the sound of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's enough to get Torres in, though, isn't it? That's what they would have worked out. They would have worked out what kind of leeway they can give to make sure they can sign the player they've actually paid money for.
In the squad as well. I think they're more bothered about since they've got this.
What's the wages as well, isn't it? It's the wage bill has got to be under the FFP that they have over there, and you have to get enough of the wages off the bill to be able to get Torres's wages in.
Yeah.
So that'll be the look. So Dr. Kieran Trippier, mental health coaching for stress and anxiety.
Well, he would have been handy to come in during the Ashley years. Maybe not so much now, but I think he needs to head down the motorway to Southampton and just sweep up all the salt that's coming from Southampton at the minute. Yeah,
they all need
Christ
straight
Almighty,
jackets.
Jesus. Neon Gifter, cheers from Houston, Texas. Been a Newcastle fan for a couple of years and have only known a Newcastle team under Ashley. Glad to finally have a club giving us hope, honouring the days of Sir Bobby.
Yes.
Excellently said, mate. Well said. Sky just confirmed Villa interested in signing Bissouma as well.
Yeah, they mentioned that on the Villa Pod podcast yesterday. They mentioned Bissouma before us, so maybe there's more legs in it with them than us. Maybe we've joined the race because of them.
Pathetic.
Oh, Arsenal, man. Come on. Villa, I mean, don't get me wrong, Villa are a big club. I mean, they've got rich history, but they're not challenging for Europe, though.
Not at the minute.
Not at the minute.
No. So we're in a similar position to Villa, apart from the fact that we're in the relegation zone, obviously. But
they're a bit higher,
very similar.
not by much.
Exactly. So, listen, money talks.
Exactly.
Nigel says Hayden has been playing with an injury and in pain all season, said Eddie. Does that change your mind about keeping him? Look, I don't think. I mean, 10 games he's played with this knee injury. That makes sense as to why he's been poor and why he looks so slow. Now, if that's the case and he gets this knee sorted and he gets back to the Isaac Hayden we know, then fine, he's an asset, undoubtedly. But why has the club not come out earlier and told us that he's been struggling with a knee injury instead of all the Newcastle fans having to go at him for being crap?
Villa Park.
Yeah.
Villa Park when he did that knee injury, and Bruce kept him on the pitch for 10 minutes after he'd done it.
I remember that. So really, I mean, I'm not saying that,
I guess.
Maybe, but the club should. I mean, should they have? Why is it taking so long for him to have the operation though? As well, it doesn't make sense to me. If he's got this bad knee, get it sorted.
Wanted to keep playing him, injecting the knee, making trying to get as much minutes out of him as possible because we were
shorter players. Let's be honest, shorter players.
Well, yeah, but it's backfired in my opinion.
Massively.
I mean, it's obviously made it worse.
I mean, he can say no. Fair play to Isaac Hayden for playing through that pain barrier to do that. I mean, you got to give him credit for doing that. To be honest, to Isaac Hayden, he could have said, "No, I'm injured." A lot of players would have.
Yeah,
but he's done the pain barrier.
Listen, I've never questioned his desire or anything like that. I just think he's played poorly this season, but it really makes sense now as to why. Mumblebee says, I quit. Goodbye, Newcastle. I'm supporting Man United now. Is that John Sinclair?
It must be in disguise.
Maybe it is. Maybe he's just telling us in a different username. Lee says, I used to respect Southampton, especially their manager, but they've showed their true cowardly colours. Cowardly colours. Yes, indeed.
Red and white stripes, see?
Exactly. Coutinho went Villa because of Gerrard. He's the best guy to bring old Coutinho back. Bags of money doesn't mean we can sign everyone. People will start to understand that. It is true. I did laugh at Eddie Howe's quote in his press conference. I mentioned this earlier when he said he doesn't have a blank checkbook. I'm like, well, you do, but I can see where he's coming from with that. Geordie Toon for Life says, Ramsey is in my house having a bottle of Boone and a Scotty Sarnie.
I've got to show you this.
Oh,
it's
God.
not anything derogative. It's just fucking brilliant.
It's John Sinclair, the Man United. Baz, send me that, please.
Yeah, on it.
Quality. Villa used to be a very big club, but guess what? History changes and the future is ours. That's fighting
That is
talk from
true.
Abigail. Yeah,
Absolutely.
without a shadow of a doubt. Right, we've got about 10 minutes left of the show. So really, it's now just about us being patient here and for more news, isn't it?
Pretty much. From my HP and Hines, he said Sunday onwards. Monday would be the big day when we really start to make moves and bring in some big players. And I'm absolutely fucking gutted because I'm in the hospital from 7:30 in the morning.
Is baby coming tomorrow?
Baby's coming on Monday.
On Monday. Whoa. So
C-section.
Monday's show, we could announce an announcement
arrival.
for Mini
Yeah.
Baz.
Yeah. So all going well if he plays ball because his due date's tomorrow or her due date. We don't know what it is.
Wow.
It's Monday from the hospital from 7:30 in the morning till whenever they see us, and hopefully everything goes well. That's what today was all about. Bit of prep.
Everybody's wishing you well, buddy. You know that. So
Thanks.
fingers crossed everything goes okay. Jack says they're keeping Wilson's injury under wraps, so means they don't overcharge us. And
Yeah,
the other
that's
players.
true.
That's a good analogy, really. Paul, you guys need to move your clocks to US time so I can watch more shows. 6:10 should work. Honestly,
It's never going to go
Unbelievable.
away.
Is it hell?
Never
Is
going
it
to go
hell?
away. Like John being a Man U fan.
Exactly. I'm hoping White, Anderson, and Stevenson are given a chance tomorrow.
Yes,
if
I
not
agree.
starting, then certainly on the bench. What do you think about Carl Darlow, Baz? Because Billy thinks Woodman's going to start tomorrow. So do I. So does Danielle on last night's show. A lot of people thinking that it's going to be Freddie tomorrow, which spells really the end for, I would have thought, for Darlow.
Yeah, for him and Gillespie. Both gone. Again, HP and Hines says Woodman starting, and so is Matty Longstaff. So I like Woodman. I always have. I've always fought his corner on every show we've done. You know, he's England international under-19s World Cup winner. There's obviously something there. Golden Gloves winner in the Championship, and that's a hard league to keep clean sheets in because they play a lot of games. And Swansea were an all right team that year. They didn't exactly get promoted, but he kept the most clean sheets. So I really like him, and I think he should start.
Yeah.
And let's see if he can produce his best. Let's hope he's Let's hope he's just sitting in the 6-yard box watching the game in front of him.
Wayne's not buying the captaincy bit, to be honest. Well, again,
No.
only time will tell.
Exactly.
I see Ralph Tittle Tattle getting his jaws in a twist about NUFC.
Tattle.
Class. Oh, Jesus. Texas Rattlesnake says sticker we sign has to be better than Callum Wilson. Sticker?
Doesn't have to be better than Callum Wilson. He can be as good as Callum Wilson because he's out for the season or potentially the season. We just need someone who's going to keep us up. We need a striker to come in and score a bit like Papa Cisse did, maybe between 8 and 12 goals.
Oh, if
from
we
now
could
to
get
keep
a
us up.
striker who has the same impact as Cisse did when he signed
Yeah.
Hell's Teeth, we'll be safe as sound by bloody March. Christ,
We need to be.
no doubt about it. Trull says his name is Ralph. Has no clue, Paul. Yep.
I love it.
Thank you very much for the super chat. I think that's YL. Who is next? We believe it's Aaron Ramsey, matey. Thank you for the $2 super chat, though.
Yeah.
Really, thank you. Tom says loads of teams had cancelled plenty of games before us due to COVID. We cancelled 2 games that both were due to be played in the space of 3 days, and there's furore. Is that more Sinclair stuff?
Everyone's getting on the Johnson.
Keep
Furman
sending them,
line,
Baz. Keep sending it. Keep sending me them, man.
a
I'm
really
going to get
good
him.
one,
I'm going to
actually.
hammer him. I'm going to
That's a
hammer him.
brilliant one.
It
That's from
certainly is.
that's from Zach.
Yeah.
I'll send that on to you now. Brilliant.
Eddie Howard said he doesn't want Dele Alli or Harry Winks.
Yeah, they're not great.
I'm not sure Harry Winks would suit anywhere, to be honest. But
and again, the good thing is that Eddie Howe does actually have a big say in these transfers, which
clearly
you know,
he does.
we were very worried, weren't we, that they were just going to sign above him and then get him to coach. But they're obviously asking about his input, the style of play, everything's got to all fix.
Yeah.
Which is why that guy from Brighton, the director of football, would be amazing for us because he did a brilliant job there, and I'd love him in as well.
Yeah.
That's been quiet.
Get him in. Get him in. Bissouma's likely to come to us more than Villa, surely.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, why not? Geordie Toon for Life says, I want the Southampton game at the Dell. How far do we go back? I hope we have a foot of snow and games are called off. Then what will Southampton do? Childish bastards. Suddenly Southampton are becoming a rival team, aren't they? It's incredible. Martin, nice to see 615 in the chat for an afternoon show. Hit that like button, guys, and support Paul's channel. Yeah, thank you very much for everybody that's joining in. Please do hit the like button. Please do subscribe or consider subscribing. Please consider joining if you're not a member already. And also go and subscribe to World of Sport TV as well, which is Barry and Billy's channel. Lots of great crack on there. Last night's show was hilarious. So if you haven't seen
ended
that,
me
please go back
last
and watch
night.
it was absolutely brilliant, absolutely hilarious. But that's what it's all about. You know, these live streams. You know, you've got to enjoy yourselves, make people laugh, and have a good time. That's what people prefer to watch than somebody sitting in front of a camera. You know, just going Never mind. Anthony
we can think
says,
of one, can't we, Billy?
Hey?
We can think of one, can't we?
Yeah. To be sure, to be sure, we can.
If you've seen Dele Alli, big busted ex-girlfriend, you would know why he didn't train and he was always knackered. Fair enough. OB Bon Kenobi is on cloud 9 with all the Toon transfer excitement. How are the lads?
It's brilliant, isn't it? I mean, this is the first time in 15 years we've got excited about a transfer window. It's just, it's
crazy,
mint.
man. It's absolutely crazy.
And this is it. As soon as we're allowed to join in, other clubs are moaning about it.
Yeah, exactly. But the other great thing about it as well, even if all our information's shit, it's still great to watch and listen to because we're excited about. We could sign anyone. This is the amazing thing about it. It's just, it's a different world now, and we're us three are still trying to get used to living in it as well. Because we're like, oh, Volovic, yeah, that's not going to happen. Wait a minute, 70 million, we can afford that. Why not? It's mint.
Yeah, exactly. Hoskers is equally excited and nervous. There's always the nervous element. Always the nervous. Just before we go, guys, we'll get a score prediction off you for tomorrow. Billy?
I'm going to say 3-1 Newcastle.
You think Cambridge are going to score?
Yeah. We're still playing fucking Lascelles and people like that.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. We have it, yeah. So all this talk about signing these world-class players has just blindsided me into thinking that they're actually going to be on the pitch tomorrow. And we're going to be this unbeatable wall at the back. Jesus.
I'm quite pleased with the fact they've got a striker called Ironside playing for them. So I think that's how they'll be able to keep up with him.
Yeah. They've got a Dean as well. Spelled the same way as the Everton player. And they've got what's his name? Houlihan. Is that the Houlihan that played for Norwich?
Yeah,
Is
where's
he still playing?
Yeah.
Jeez, you must be 50-odd-year-old now, surely. Bloody Nora. Never mind. Right, Baz, what about yourself?
3-1 or 4-1 as well. Cambridge do actually score goals. If you look at some of the results they've had, they've battered a few teams, but been battered as well. And the show we did with the Cambridge lad was brilliant. And he said he's looking forward to 5,000 travelling fans coming up and having a great atmosphere. So it's a
It
day
will
out
be
for
a
them.
great atmosphere because a lot of, like we said yesterday, a lot of families are going to be there, you know, and bringing the, you know, the partners or the children that, you know, Susan's going with me tomorrow and all the kids are going. Really looking forward to that. Should be great fun. I just want to see the little faces when they walk into the ground again, you know, because Lily, the youngest, my stepdaughter, she hasn't been before.
Right.
Neither Susan. They've never been inside St James's Park, but my kids have never seen it full either. So to see the faces light up when they go in, it's going to be incredible. I mean, it'll be a bit emotional, I think, outside the ground, bumping into people who, you know, around the food bank and everything. But some of Dave's family have said they might come down to say hello to everybody before the match. So
nice of them.
if they do, that would be nice to see them. But we'll see what happens there. But either way, I'm hopeful. And I'm praying for a 4 or 5-0 win. Let's see some goals. Let's see this stadium bouncing again. But listen, I hope the Cambridge United fans have a fantastic day out as well. You know, 5,000 coming up. It's you've got to think for a club of Cambridge side to come and play at St James's Park. It's what the FA Cup's all about.
Exactly.
You know, it's what that cup, you know, is historically about. All these little teams getting to play coming up to the big stadiums, and it'll be fantastic for their players. You know, those players that haven't played in the big arenas before. You know, so it's going to be incredible. But I'm really hoping that we score some goals and move swiftly onto the fourth round, and then watch us get Southampton at home in the fourth.
Take that all day long.
Yeah,
that'd be brilliant.
God, you just know it, wouldn't you? You just it's on.
And you watch
it's just there.
playing all our new signings are cup tied then.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh my God, couldn't you? It's written in the stars, that isn't it? It's written in the stars to happen. But hey-ho. Listen, guys, Billy, thank you very much for joining. Barry, thank you very much for coming on, mate. I know you've been rushing about like a blue-ass fly this afternoon. Thank you to everybody that's joined in the chat. Over 600 watching again this afternoon, which is absolutely fantastic. If you have enjoyed the show, though, please don't forget to hit the like button. It does mean the world to us. It does help the channel in the algorithms, etc., on YouTube to be found. If you're new and you've really enjoyed what you've seen, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can become a member of the channel as well if you hit the join button. That'll take you through to the process of signing up there to become a member. And do the same with World of Sport TV, please. That is Barry and Billy's channel. You can also become a member of there, which they'll be having some giveaways and stuff on there for members, etc. Lots of sport on there, golf. Very, very interesting program the other day with Billy. If you want to go back and watch that, I suddenly became a very, very big interest in golf. So it's called Billy's Pitch. So if you go and watch that on World of Sport TV, I'm sure, in fact, I'm a 99.9% sure that you will start being interested in golf when you watch that show.
About 20
I'm
minutes
not saying anything else. Just go and watch it.
20 minutes in though, because if you don't realize what's happening in the first 20 minutes, they'll be like
20 minutes in. Yeah,
20 minutes in.
When the guest comes on. Yeah. Although Billy's a cracking fella to look at as well. You know, he's a hunk of a man. But 20 minutes in, the program just
lighten up.
But thank you to everybody for taking part. I will see you again. I'll be at the match tomorrow. So if you are at the match tomorrow, I normally stand around the food bank or by the Jackie Milburn stand by the shop. Come and say hello. It's going to be quite a bit of an emotional day tomorrow, but hopefully Dave's looking down on us and we get a big win tomorrow. And if not, I'll be back on Sunday with Danielle for a match review. Monday night, we'll all be back. Oh my God, that's brilliant. Send us that one as well. Monday night, we'll be back on here at 8 o'clock with the transfer rumour mill again. Hopefully, we'll have some good news signings on players coming through the door or very, very close to it. Baz, I don't think you're going to make that show, are you? You'll be very busy on Monday.
Yeah.
But
I will message you anything that I get, though.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Use it.
Yeah. So we'll be back on Monday. Fan Forum will be on Tuesday night at 8:30 as well with me and Danielle. So come and join us live and have your say on that. What's coming up on Worldie of Sport?
So we'll try and do a watch along on Saturday. I'm sure we'll find a link. Then full time Saturday night at about 9 o'clock to discuss a bit of a phone in, but we're also going to announce our partnership with a charity. Yeah. And they're going to be on to discuss what the what the charity is all about and why it's a great cause, because it is going to be a North-East charity, which is the best thing about it. And then Sunday Championship, Monday golf. No golf on
Not
Monday.
Championship this week, is it?
Oh no, it's the FA Cup, of course. Yeah, we're going to do an FA Cup roundup on Tuesday, I think. That could be quite interesting. Or I might do that Monday instead, so it doesn't clash with.
Can't do it Monday. It's women on Monday.
And
we'll do it. We can do it at 6 o'clock though. Like the guys can. I'll drop
I'm going to
out
say,
and
Baz, you can.
I'm definitely.
Your hands will be a bit full on Monday, so
just a little bit.
Just keep an eye on the channels, guys.
Yeah, that's the best thing to say.
The best thing to do is hit the notification button. So if there's any programs or shows that are scheduled, you'll still get a notification telling you that they're scheduled, so you can set a reminder or keep an eye on Twitter pages, etc., and we'll let you know. But listen, guys, thank you very much for watching. We will catch you later. If you go into the game tomorrow, have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll catch you there. Take care, guys.